Today for the Bitcoin and altcoin prices with DaVinci J15, we are going to talk about Bitcoin and 5 specific altcoins from which at least one will surprise you heavily. It is actually set to explode in 2021. We will make specific TA on the next up and coming movements on Bitcoin and on these 5 altcoins, guys. I can tell you something. This TA will surprise you heavily as well for Bitcoin and for the altcoins. So make sure you watch until the very end to see our altcoin picks and also our predictions for Bitcoin and Ethereum and these altcoins in the immediate short term. With that being said, I want to urge everyone to sit down, scroll down, smash up the like button towards a new all-time high, especially if you want us to cover more altcoins in the immediate future. We are taking some of these altcoin suggestions from the comment section down below. With that being said, I want to come to the most important question of the day. DaVinci J15 wearing a green shirt finally today. How are you doing today, my man?
In the 5x5, man. I'm looking forward to actually coming down to see you tomorrow. I've already booked a flight whilst we were talking, and yeah, I'm gonna be going. I've got my flight ready to go, and I'm happy and excited, man.
Viva la Mexico! All right. Thank you so much, DaVinci. I can't wait to see you here. We will make in-person collaborations and of course a lot of content about Bitcoin and altcoins. Talking about altcoins and Bitcoin, maybe we can pull up the charts. We will talk about Bitcoin before, and then we will go into the altcoins. There will be timestamps down below. DaVinci, once again, the stage is yours. I want to know, what are your insights on the Bitcoin price in the immediate short term, and afterwards we will go into these altcoins.
All right, let's bring up the charts here. As you can see, right, we have a rising wedge is the pattern that we're seeing most likely here. There is a trend line that I thought maybe would count, so you know what, I don't like this trend line here anymore. I'm going to delete it because it does not count anymore. But what I do see is if we've been trying to break up to our 5,400 level for quite some time, failing to do so often, so much so that I'm getting concerned here because this is not looking good. As you can see, the RSI is like just heading lower as the price is headed higher, and that is not a good sign at all, right? That means, right, you can see that means that we're in a major divergences here over and over and over again. That is not good. Yes, we could say, well, I don't want to count that in a bull market, but you're gonna have to, because man, it's just too much pressure as the price just continues to fail to go higher. And so this actually results, this, you could say, this particular pattern, as it's a rising wedge in an upward trend, is not good. If this was a lower, a decreasing wedge, it'd be better, because that would have been, you know, buyers getting in as it pumps up and down, all the way down. But no, this is like exhaustion wedge here, because people are selling up here. As the prices come up here, people are just going, okay, fine, I'll sell. Yeah. And you see it in all the big candles here, right? They are selling as the price goes higher. So eventually we might see this thing break to the lower side. Now, we don't want to trade it until it does break, and we keep in mind when it does break, right? It's not a guarantee of anything, right? But it's the most likely probability that we're going to go in one direction or the other. So of course we're waiting for it to break, of course, higher, and then we're going to take it higher. And if it does break higher, and if it doesn't break higher, if it breaks lower, we're going to take it lower, and we're probably going to take it, I think, all the way down to the 78.6 is the 4,400 level, or the 61.8. But I really think we might break through that and head all the way to the 4,400 level,
44,000.
44,000. Sorry, I'm mixing up my numbers because of Ethereum and stuff like that. At the lower.
No, but I mean, you have a great point here. We have a rising wedge. In it of itself, this alone already is a bearish biased pattern. Then we have the RSI actually creating lower highs whilst the price is creating higher highs. So this brings us into a divergent situation. But you said something very important. First of all, sometimes in bull markets, this RSI is ignored. What we can can do is just wait for the breakout, right? And we saw many times these rising wedges breaking towards the upside. I just, exactly like you said, I wouldn't bet on the direction just as of right now. I would wait for maybe a 4-hourly close outside of the pattern, maybe even a confirmation of the breakout or breakdown, and then trade it. Well, your bearish price target and your bullish price target are actually in perfect congruence with mine. My bullish price target is also 54,000 and my bearish price target is also 44,000. So very, very nice to see that we have here the same opinion and someone saying, well, choose the direction. Well, you are not an experienced trader, because what we are doing is we are waiting for the chart to tell us what to do. So thank you so much for these insights, especially here adding this metric of the bearish divergence. I think that is a very interesting one. Let's go to the next one here. I actually agree. I think the next up-and-coming breakout of Bitcoin will be extremely volatile. We see here right now the volatility decreasing and we are maturing in the pattern, just pointing towards the fact that the next move will be a very big one. Yeah, and also the most important question right now is, if you are standing on the sidelines, well, what is the next trade for Bitcoin? You know that I have a lot of trades open right now, but we don't want to be leaving you on the sidelines. We want to talk about the next trades. You know that my trades over on Bybit, this is the one over on Bybit, $470,000 in profit. I am going to take profits myself at the $54,000 level. The question is, where is Da Vinci going to look out for taking profits? Where is Da Vinci going to look out for opening the next trade? Well, this is my trade over on Bybit. I have more trades over on Phemex. I opened this one here with this Elon Musk pump. It is right now $1.6 million in a profit, 32 Bitcoin approximately in a profit, this specific trade. But I have also, of course, my long-term old legendary trade open here over on Phemex, $890,000 in a profit, this specific trade here. And guys, of course, I have even more trades open here. This is another trade over on Phemex, and you can see here right now $290,000 in profits. Then I have one more on Bybit, of course. By the way, guys, if you also, before we are going into Bitcoin and the altcoins, and these altcoins you do not want to be missing out on, if you want to be trading on Bybit and Phemex as well, well, in the pinned comment down below, you can find $1,200 for free if you just scroll down here to the pinned comment here and you click the Bybit link. This is my favorite exchange. I also have Phemex and Judex down below. You can get, if you click these links, you use our link here down below after your initial deposit, $1,200 for free, and you can trade with this free bonus as well. Make sure you use these links here down below in the pinned comment before it is over, because this is for limited time. Anyway, Ethereum, Da Vinci, what are your thoughts on Ethereum here? We are on the 4-hourly candle, so yeah, what do you think is going to happen here?
Well, it's pretty much the same kind of thing. There's just is not exactly a rising wedge. It's more of like a symmetrical triangle or a rising triangle. So basically, we can see lots of M's here, basically, right? And that's kind of scary. This thing breaks this level here, and it's like, ouch, good night. Yeah. Right? But it's not a big deal, right? The measured move, right, doesn't take us that far down, right? If you take it from here to there and right there, and then we break down. Okay, so we go to 14, like to the probably to the EMA, right? 200 EMA on the 4 hour. That's at approximately $1,460. Not the end of the world, right? You can see us wiping out all the longs that have what's it called, the stop loss at this level here. So I can see that happening and then reversing. So it's not the end of the world, but at the same time, right, we are still in this pattern, right? And we could break out. I know we broke down from the rising wedge. We did have a rising wedge here. You can see here, yeah, just in the red, right, which converted to yeah, sorry, to go.
Interestingly enough, it even hit the price target, the bottom of the wedge of this breakdown, pretty much up to the exact dollar. I think I was talking about that as well. So everyone, I'm not shorting, but everyone who shorted was very successful here on this specific trade. But we are still in this, just as you said, in this symmetrical triangle, horizontal triangle, and this is a bullish continuation pattern, whereas the Bitcoin pattern has a bearish buy. So what do you think is going to happen here?
Yeah, I think, well, we just have to wait until it breaks. I mean, that's all we have to do. So if it breaks down here, and you can see it break down past this wick of 1661, that's not good, right? That means we're probably breaking down even further. If we break higher, of course, right, I'd wait for the confirmation close above this level right here, which is the 1874, before we say, okay, yes, we're heading up to the $2,200 level, and that's that.
That
right?
was exactly my question. Yeah, that was my question. What is the bullish price target in this regard? Because, well, you know, like Bitcoin and Ethereum in a bull market, they tend to surprise us and tend to exceed our expectations. So we had this 1950 US dollar level. Now also the 2200. Very, very interesting to see. Just as you drew it in, we have the M pattern, but this could easily translate into a W pattern. So just patience is key here, waiting for the breakout. Guys, we are patient. We are sophisticated traders and we are not getting caught up in any emotions. So please wait on the sidelines until the chart is telling us what to do. We told you the confirmation signs. We are waiting, and once it breaks, we will be here for you with the next piece of content. Da Vinci, let's talk about the altcoins. I know everyone was waiting here for that. The title is crazy, the thumbnail is crazy, so of course we want to deliver on our promises. I know that the most suggested altcoin right now is Cardano. The community is completely insane. I mean, so many people in there. With 28 billion US dollar market cap, absolutely crazy. So I wanted to know, Da Vinci, from you. Cardano is our first one. We have 4 more to go, guys. Make sure you wait here until the very end. The more we are going into it, the more surprising and the more mind-blowing it actually gets. But let's start with Cardano. Da Vinci, what is your price prediction for Cardano? Do we have more upside here?
I think so. Cardano has like 70% of all of its coins being staked. It is like supposed to be like an Ethereum killer, right? It has a better platform than Ethereum. So expect to see some more action and price action in Cardano in the coming months. Of course, there's going to be breathers, so please be careful and don't bet more than you're willing to lose in any circumstance. Now, here would be probably, if you're pricing this in Bitcoin, right, which is where I like to do. The reason why I like to do that is because I don't want to get paid in dollars. I want to get paid in something that's going to go up in value. I know that Bitcoin is going to go up in value, so I want to get paid in that. And it's up to you if you want to get paid in a depreciating asset, but I'd rather not.
Exactly.
I don't think that I think this is topped out here, priced in Bitcoin. For the short term, I think we might see it come back to the 61.8 because it lines up nicely with this level here, this like turnabout level. So don't be surprised if we come back here, but that doesn't mean that the move is over. This is early in the game here. We have lots of room to run. And I really think that this coin could probably take out its all-time highs. I don't think this is the all-time highs personally. I think Binance doesn't have all the information, but I think it could easily take it out and you go a lot higher in the frenzy phase of the Bitcoin. This is not going to happen in March, of course. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I think we might just get a nice little weekly W. Oh, wow, this is a nice little weekly W. Not the perfect W, but it did W out here, so this is where it started to go. And so, yeah, we could possibly see this thing really start to take off. You can see that we've based a lot here. So maybe we get another W and then give you a chance to go higher, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Quick question. If we reach your best case scenario on Cardano here, what multiplier would that be?
Well, the best case scenario is, well, let's just take a look. It's right up here, all the way up to the 4x. That's approximately...
Guys, but this is the best case scenario. Don't throw your life savings. Make your own research and invest at your own risk. Just wanted to say that. But yeah, the stage is yours, Da Vinci.
Awesome. So let's just continue on with the next coin. Let's head over to Ren.
No, just quickly, what was the multiplier? Sorry,
Multiplier was 4x, and sorry. That was the top price of 33,000 sats.
But here we are talking about a 4x in Bitcoin, right? And We are talking about the 4x in Bitcoin. Just think about Bitcoin maybe 10xing towards the end of the bull market. It would be a 40x from here. I'm not saying that Cardano is going to reach like $30 or something, but this would be the best case scenario, correct? And in Bitcoin, it would be a 4x to the current value. So a 4x in your Bitcoin invested in that altcoin in the best case scenario. Sorry, Da Vinci. Now we want to talk about REN, right? But we have like 4 more altcoins to go, excluding that, including that one.
Exactly. So REN has $1 billion market cap, and yeah, with all these large $1 billion market caps, you're thinking, well, how is this possibly going to go higher? Well, you know what? I remember back in the day seeing like $10 million market cap, and I was wondering how this was going to go higher. And then it did, and I saw markets go up to $1 billion market cap, $10 billion market cap, very, very, very fast. And you know, with the amount of money that's out in circulation, $1 billion is nothing.
Peanuts.
In general, is peanuts, right? So there's so much. This is a rounding error in the government, the U.S. government's budget. So
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you know, we've got lots of room to go. Let's bring up REN. And I like where it is right now. I think it's come back a little bit, and it's starting to pump. Of course, this is the weekly chart, and I would have liked to. I'd like to say that we should wait for the 61.8 pullback, but it's already occurred. Not just it's already not quite. It didn't. Yeah, it did right here with this wick right here. We've already come back to the 61.8 on the weekly chart. And probably, of course, yes, in the daily, we see that it wicked down. So you missed that particular run, right? So let's just say if you did 61.8 here, you didn't get it, right? Because it didn't come. So then you just wait and let it rise some more, and then you draw your fibs, and look at that. The 61.8 is rating right there for you to buy. Generally, most of the time you're able to pick up your asset at the 61.8 if it starts to pop. So I would suggest you do that for every single asset. Right now, for this one, it's kind of late. So what do? You're going to have to probably wait for the breakout, and you can see that the breakout could occur right here on this big W right there, and then there you go. You take the breakout, you go for the run, and you take the measured move. Maybe just take that to its measured move target, which would be, and let's just quickly draw that up for everybody, from here to here, and then yeah, we're talking all the way up to the 3,000 sats, 3,032 sats.
So here we are talking about approximately a 40% move in the immediate short term if we are breaking the W neckline. I wanted to ask, because I'm running out of power here on my laptop outside, but I wanted to ask you quickly, what is your best case scenario for REN? You talked about a $10 billion market cap. So in US dollar, you could imagine a 10x on this specific altcoin?
Oh, for sure. Probably even more. This particular altcoin, I believe it is one of the DeFi project altcoins that are keys projects that it's useful for, has a lot of use cases. So that's why I have a lot of this particular coin, and I wouldn't mind getting some more of it as well. We can see this thing probably do something really scary, of course, very easily. I think it's a lot easier than we can see it on Cardano. Head up to the 4x, and you can see, believe it or not, I know it's hard to believe that these things can do this, but they often do. Price to Bitcoin, that you see that this thing head up to 16,000 sats.
Just quickly, this is a 4x from the all-time high. So from now, it would be probably an 8x or so even a little bit more priced in Bitcoin, considering that Bitcoin goes higher. This best case scenario could be an 8x times the Bitcoin gains. So of course, high upside. Of course, there is a downside. Make your own risk, but I like that one. I like that one. Actually, I'm holding still some of that in my altcoin portfolio. Let's go to the next one. This one is also very known, and then the next ones might be a little bit less known for some people. Right now, we are talking about Polkadot already reaching a $30 price target. I was talking about that on the 1st of December in one specific tweet that I am buying Polkadot. I was buying it at $4 something. Now we are at 30. Of course, Bitcoin also went up, but it's still like a 2 or 3x in Bitcoin. Da Vinci, do we have more upside for Polkadot here? I myself, I really like this project and I am actually invested. So what are your thoughts on Polkadot?
Yeah, let's bring up Polkadot and quickly, and then move on to the next one. What do we got? Two more.
Yep.
Hopefully your battery still stays alive. I'm gonna keep this really quick.
Of course.
So I just got paid, right? The little lady strategy. If you want to learn how to do so, you can do it at www.davincicodes.net/videos. Links are in the description. So you can see lots of W's here. It popped up. And yeah, you could have taken this W, nice beautiful W, and made a profit right there just by looking and scanning around, looking for W's.
Yeah.
There's another W here. It broke out. It kind of fell back a little bit, but now it's starting to pump. So don't be surprised if this thing makes another small pump higher to approximately. I'm going to eyeball this at around 80,000 sats. So yeah, can this thing go a lot higher? I think so. Polkadot is very well respected and very well revered, and lots of people talk about Polkadot. So don't be surprised if Polkadot does something absolutely insane. I don't think this is the all-time high for Polkadot. It's been around for a while, so I think we don't have all the information on it. Let's just quickly see if it's on Bittrex. No. Well, I mean, we're having a little bit more,
but let me add here, we also had a split, right? So they made like a 1-to-100 split or something like that back in the days. So it's very hard to chart on that one.
Exactly. So it's really difficult to say that this thing is going to go all the way up to this 4x level. We'd have to do some more analysis on this that we don't have time for.
Yeah.
Okay, let's head over to the next point.
Yeah, but just putting it together, there is more upside for Polkadot, and we are always measuring it here in Bitcoin. So our purpose, buying altcoins, going back into Bitcoin, is to maximize our Bitcoin. And you have to understand, if these best case scenarios of a 4x to the all-time high, or sometimes an 8x, 10x to the current price as of right now, is not only a 10x in US dollar. If Bitcoin 5x's, this is a 50x. If Bitcoin 10x's to a 10x in Bitcoin and 10x in US dollar for Bitcoin is 100x in US dollar on this specific altcoin. Of course, all of these are best case scenarios, so you could sell half on a double. The link is down below to Da Vinci's free course over there on the website. You can sell half on a double and minimize your risk here a little bit. The next one is synthetics, and it's crazy, already $2.7 in market cap, non-diluted here. Do you think there is more upside for synthetics? We have a discount day today.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a discount day of 7%. That's nothing really, but you know what? Discount's a discount. You want to see if it's worthwhile. Let's bring up the chart quickly and see what it's saying. Binance, Bitcoin, and there we go. So I've already purchased some on the way up here.
Congrats.
Right, and we're we're already on profits here. I just recently got into this coin. You can see that it's creating another W, so we're probably basing out, and I would bet that we might come back a little bit before we start to see this thing pop. So that means you might be able to get this a further discount, maybe at the 61.8. I think this level is pretty too low, so I would say maybe this one right here. So this 61.8 right here is where you want to see if you can pick some of this synthetics up, which is at the 37,550 sats approximately. In that area, approximately is where you want to see if you can pick up some synthetics on the cheap, especially if you're a cheapskate. Now, I'm not going to hate you if you do buy this up here. It's just that I would like to see some more data on this. Because it just seems like we might be missing some. because I don't believe that this just did this nice, beautiful U pattern, right, or bowl pattern here. This is very beautiful. If this thing were to come up and create another W here,
or
this
maybe
would
a
make
handle,
it very explosive higher.
or
Right?
maybe a
Another
handle.
U. Yeah, or
maybe
it could
that's
create,
a cup, and then a small handle or so could bring us to a very insane price target. Actually, considering that it made a 6x to the low, that could be a crazy price target of this potential cup and handle.
Exactly. We can see this thing really take off to something like let's see here, about 108,000 sats. Yeah, that's great. Awesome. That's a nice reward there. But I think overall, a lot of these coins are going to do something absolutely spectacular, especially near the end of the bull market, and you'll be just like, what? How is this possible?
Exactly, man. The next one is Dash, and I know that you love Dash, and what I like about our today's selection is that all of these 5 altcoins, I would stand behind at least a little bit here fundamentally. It's like none of that one is a pure shitcoin. You always have some, sorry for the swearing, but you always have some, in all of these altcoins, you have some fundamentals involved. And Dash, for example, has a big history, has a lot of wallet holders, and it's a nice privacy altcoin. So I know you love it as well. Small discount day today. What is your price prediction on Dash?
Well, I think Dash is one of those coins, right, that has an excellent development team and still behind it, right? It's just that, they've been struggling to get, people to get interested and get excited about Dash, especially since, they got delisted off of certain exchanges, and people are afraid of it because of this privacy features, which is not on by default. But with that said, I think there's a lot of potential in this. Unfortunately, right, developers don't make your coin. You have to do marketing, and I think they're missing out. I think they need to start turning their income for basically they pay the treasury. I think 10% of the mining rewards. So I think that treasury needs to turn that money into marketing right away, because this is the time to do it. And on top of that, that's what's needed, right? Because sure, you can build the best rocket ship in the world, but if you don't market it, nobody's gonna be interested in it. So they need to do that. They need to start marketing this, trying to outpace XMR and all those other coins that are privacy focused, and work on that.
What I like about sorry,
if they do, I think we could see this thing go a lot higher.
Because if you draw a trend line here, Dash actually with this recent movement, it broke a significant downtrend, like a very long downtrend, like a year-long downtrend maybe here to the upside. So this is certainly a bullish movement we just saw here in the recent future past, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can see this is huge downtrend. It kept breaking it, but failing, and now this breakout was just absolutely spectacular. Now to trade this, of course, once again, you don't chase after markets, right? You let them come to you. Especially this particular coin, this loves to come back to the 61.8, so I would suggest you wait for it. Yeah. At the 61.8 before it blasts off. I suggest maybe you will come down here, wait for it to buy at 61.8, and then take it for the run. Now this is like an OG coin. Because of that, I don't see it. And it hasn't done as well. It's done very badly in this whole bear market. And as an OG coin, we don't have all the information here. But anyways, let's just see if we get it here. Yes, no, maybe so. As an OG coin, I don't see it taking off and breaking through its all-time high. The best it could possibly do, right, is the 61.8 right up here is the best it could possibly, the best case scenario.
Da Vinci?
Right? That's 70.
The price where we are at right now, that is what was it? The 61.8. So this is a 35x. No, it's a 10.
Exactly.
10, 15, what is it? 10, 15x in Bitcoin. 15x in Bitcoin.
Exactly.
That's still crazy.
Exactly, and that's a crazy number, but still, there's a lot of movement up here. So the best we can do is 61.8. I think a lot of people will be taking profits on this thing way up here. There's no way they're gonna let this thing go high.
If you get in right now and you sell half on a double, you don't have to reach this price target of a 15x in Bitcoin. The first, when you scale out the first time half on a double, you already have your initial out and everything else is the free position. Everything else is pure Bitcoin profits. So guys, don't get too greedy here. If you're getting in here at these low, relatively speaking, low prices, then always make sure that you are taking profits. Taking profits in Bitcoin is never a mistake, even though you see opportunity costs evolving on furthermore upwards movements. I'm personally always taking profits in Bitcoin. Thank you so much for that, Da Vinci. Crazy selection of altcoins, very nice. You find DaVinci J15's website link here down below, where you get into where you can get into his altcoin. You can get access to his live stream. You can also get Pandora's wallet, very amazing. And of course, you find also in the pinned comment down below, you find the links here actually to our, oh wow, Bitcoin has a small breakout towards the upside. You find also links here to Bybit Phoenix Dudex, where you get $1,200 nearly for free after your initial deposit in the pinned comment down below. You know I have my trades open. I will talk about that later on. Oh, now you can't see the Bybit one, but here this is my Phoenix one, 1.6 million US dollars in profits, and yeah, I have like 6 more trades I think in total, averaging, I don't know, 3-4 million US dollars in profits. I will talk more about that in later episodes. Today was more focused on the altcoins. You find all information down below. I want to ask you, Da Vinci, do you have any other things to share here before we are wrapping it up for today? I'm running out of power. You have some
Yeah, well, I think you covered it all, right? You covered the DaVinci J15's website and everything. So yeah, check that out. And I just want to quickly show off my puny trade, tiny trade. Right, it's only like $180,000 in profit.
Only.
and my tiny Ethereum trade is $74,000 in profit. So
only.
Thank you very much.
No, yeah, that's great, dude. We are talking here about 42 Ethereum in a profit. Now think about Ethereum going to 10,000, 20,000 US dollars. We are talking about a 1 million US dollars in future prices. Thank you so much for sharing that. And of course, like, I'm showing off my trades, you're showing them off. It's nothing against what our community was actually making in gains here. I'm looking into the comment section and my mind is blowing. This makes me very happy. Your gains are our gains. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing community. And thank you so much for watching until the very end, smashing up the like button. And with that being said, Da Vinci, do you have any last words to share before we are wrapping it up for today?
Always play from a position of strength and do not get wrecked.
Do not get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for pressing the MMCrypto, but more importantly, the DaVinci J15 subscription box right here, and also the Bible tutorial, which is popping up right there. And as always, guys, bye-bye.